so the envy or resentment of other women won't bring them down. Joyce Benenson has this
hero, friend of the show.
Oh, she's the best. I'm obsessed with her. She has this
Let's pick up
paper
the
on
mic.
leveling showing that like women are more likely to use a leveling strategy where they say like, oh, we should all be equal when someone is surpassing them. And so I wonder if like once you have all of these things operating in your favor, you kind of have to be like a martyr in order to like continue on. Otherwise, people might.
Where
not
do you
like
get your victimized points?
Yeah.
I won't say who said it in our group chat, but someone replied to Rob Henderson bringing this up and said, middle class hay fever, Rob. When there's no high load of parasites, people's immune system gets bored and starts looking for things to react to. You get allergies to dust and pollen. When the middle class has no threats, their threat system gets bored and starts looking for trivial things to blow out of proportion. White privilege, gender identity, ultra-processed foods, it's all pollen. You don't have oat milk, you're traumatizing me. No explicit segregation and blatant racism, sensitivity to microaggressions increases.
That's what I was going to say. Is I think it's more time to introspect and ruminate because you have girls and young women not just picking up on icks and partner and like scrutinizing them and looking at flaws, but then doing that to themselves. So constantly pathologizing, diagnosing themselves, wondering what's wrong with them, over analyzing their personality traits. And so I do think it's just more time and less bigger problems, like say having children, where you put your neuroticism, you funnel it into something productive, and instead it then turns inwards or also against your partner.
But there is status afforded to women doing that in that ecosystem, in that social system of higher education, where women are dominating now. They're rewarded for espousing views like that. So, you know, they're showing that they know the ideology of the leading status people in their world.
This is me showing fealty to the cause. I understand this thing. What's the data around men and women being demonized and seen as victims?
So we have some studies showing that like we have this like kind of cognitive heuristic of victim and perpetrator, and when men and women are like involved in any instance of harm, we're more likely to see women in the victim role and men in the perpetrator role, be more likely to blame men, and more likely to have sympathy for women. And so it would suggest like perhaps some of the reason we don't see a lot of sympathy for men is it's like cognitively harder to see them as victims. And then for women, the same, it's just cognitively easier to see them as victims. And so we feel that sympathy. But it kind of sucks for both sexes. So in the domain of harm, men are not seen as victims. But for women, in the domains where you want to say person, like a women aren't seen as agentic and as capable. So it's not like one sex is clearly doing better than the other. They're both facing these like
one doesn't get sympathy, one doesn't get belief. Yeah, I guess that's one of the challenges that women face when they go into the workplace, that they feel like if they need to be assertive and dominant, they have to temper the throttle a little bit, the fear of being bitchy. They don't want to be a bitch, right? Or a diva.
Yeah, I feel like there's like an agency want continuum, and women are expected to be here, and if they go farther on the agency, they're seen as low and want bitchy. So, I mean, it's true for men, they're higher on the agency side, and so if they show by crying, they're not seen as competent. So, like, encourage.
Women show too much, they're seen as pliable and not competent, because it seems that people that are a little bit more upfront.
Yeah, you can hear your
warmth is negatively associated with competence, I think.
And I just think this kind of protectiveness that we have about women,
incredibly loud.
It just gets repackaged as oppression in a way. And I get that you could be paternalistic and overly, and a lot of kind of, you know, abuse of women does occur under the guise of for their own good and protection. But it is astounding the extent to which we are more protective of women than men. I get.
It's going to take like 30 seconds for me to be able to hear it without that TV. All right. Hey, buddy. Come here. See how it sounds. So now I'm seeing it in real time, but oh, that sounds pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's set it down here. And let's go. How many of these you can have up? I think I'd have like a studio app or something. I guess I can go back to them, but how does the chat work over there? Hmm. I don't know. Too expensive. I'm a moron. There's no way I would figure all this out on the first plug in. Well, I don't know. Use this at all. Let's make it more confusing real quick. That's right. I started another one. Hmm. Oh, there it is. All right. So it's working. Oops. So how do you get to the like? Oh shit. They all worked. Holy fuck. I guess those all worked. Turn this down. It's loud.
Come to the boneheaded beliefs of some of the red pill, black pill world online. If you actually have in real life female friends that kind of improve a lot of what you hear. I'm going to quote you back to you here. William Costello called 527 for sexual, bisexual people are opposite sex friendships ever truly platonic. 81% of women said yes, only 58% of men said yes. Women were 3 times more likely than men to say their friendship was pure. So I think women hear that they sometimes get very upset that to learn that their male friends see them as
Maybe half of your guy friends are trying to see.
It's actually easier to listen to through the headphones.
so
That's how sensitive the fucking mic is.
that they think so he won't be drugs to see, but it's not quite the case.
You just
That he
would.
probably would. Like, when you hear about this the first time, they doubt. I always say, try it. Just try when you're out first you drink the next time.
Do you remember that one in The Economist? Study of American platonic couples.
Jesus Christ, please.
To find their friend sexy, it's more likely to think that she finds them attractive too. Indeed, Fan's assessment of how much his female friend fancies him matches how much he fancies her is entirely unrelated to how she really feels. Clearly, men are prone to this.
Schnickel Fritz.
Took up the courage. Anyway, if
Anyone wants to be asked down?
yeah,
That's your thing.
that's true also. So, on the one hand, women want to be approached more, but then are kind of unhappy to learn that there are opposite sex friends that are interested in them. But I do think women keep some opposite sex friends as backup mates too, and there's something
I'd love to take her around backup things.
but yeah, I just think ultimately should celebrate, try and cultivate more opposite sex friendships because it could be a pathway to.
Social media that disincentivizes opposite sex friendships because you live in different worlds. It's sort of really talking out there. And you have influences that like shape my childhood.
You guys are out of birds.
Subscribers, you get ready. Did you get ready for today with the new try on balls and Jim shopping?
The relevant also Facebook. Facebook is a huge app on young women where they can edit themselves. So I think one of the statistics I read was like 70 or 80% of women would have posted on Instagram now Facebook themselves first.
It's so
Every publisher's dad. Yeah, yeah. But it's been downloaded like hundreds of millions of times. It's a small memory, much more. But then, so I wrote this whole book about social media the experience for women. We have apologies. So you could be a young man that grew up.
RuneScape. Playing RuneScape.
I should play RuneScape.
You play RuneScape. I think you're a good player.
I'm a bit of yeah, but so, yeah, they will not even recognize things that are huge influences on young women. So I wonder if we try to grant it helps protect the world because algorithms are suggesting
What else? You brandishing some graphic and see.
That's though.
I heard a question about the sex friends. Is there a sex difference in the degree to which our opposite sex friends match our preferences? Because if there's not, if both men and women are like designing their opposite or selecting opposite sex friends based on their
Let's still, I must still be listening to my new ringtones. Oh, you know, there you are. No ants, man. Ah, I need to get some mint or something. That seems to work. This thing's so much bigger than the one I'm used to playing. My nephew made this, and oh, I let the boys name it, by the way, if Ted will ever watch it. It's if you're allowed to watch it afterwards. I'm not actually sure. But yeah, it's named after the actress who played the Bride of Frankenstein. I know everyone's gonna think Disney, Elsa. Yeah, yeah. I give everything to her. I like personify all the things that I own that I would like bring out of a fire. Every or everything like if you have a go bag, I name everything essentially. So this is another thing I name Elsa. It's a good. Okay. Does it go? That's the second verse of it. Hold his mother down, short term memory loss. Oh, I know. All of such you giving me your conscience, I guess. I was walking in your shoes. You and your friends can talk your shit. I have lots of fun. Yeah. Oh, I can't find it. I am so dirty. Lift like a 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Ain't nothing to do. I put on just pretending I'm on the time. As long as I can dream, it's hard to hold this fucking down. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. The answer's in there somewhere. Hold on. Excuse me for that pause. But, oh, U.S. Bank is hiring. Yeah. Good to see you. That's the last verse. Maybe it's not in there. Yeah, I might have to try again. I can't seem to remember that second verse. Last night I put on just pretending I was on the town. Long as I can dream it's hard to once mother down. So please don't give a thought to me. I guess the answer was in there. Please don't give no. Please don't give no thought to me. I'm really doing fine. You can always find me. I'm gonna do. See, a mild stimulant helps remember. So smoking and listening to your new ringtones in the dark. those sensitive ears out there. Oh yeah, today's day. Shit, I forgot about that. See, I don't check every day anymore. 85 days today. 85 days. I think the numbers are the hard part. Who gives a shit? Today's there. Yeah. Fuck that. I hate being reminded, honestly. All right, well, we could do today's reflection. All right. All right. I mean, it's the perfect time to do it. All right. I mean, above sea level. One exercise that I practice is to try for a full inventory of my blessings. As Bill sees it, page 37. What did I have to be grateful for? I shut myself up and started listing the blessings for which I was in no way responsible, beginning with having been born of sound mind and body. I went through 74 years of living right up to the present moment. The list ran on 2 pages and took 2 hours to compile. I included health, family, money, AA, the whole gamut. Every day in my prayers, I ask God to help me remember my list and to be grateful for it throughout the day. When I remember my gratitude list, it's very hard to conclude that God is picking on me. Really? Well, sorry, Bill, I disagree with you on this one. It does feel like I'm being picked on. Sure, and I think it's a valid way to feel. You could be paranoid. You could be. I mean, your paranoia doesn't change reality. You just gotta. Whatever. People have fucking anxiety about anything. It could be the fucking color of a room, and people be like, "Oh my god." That actually makes more sense to me than what people are anxious about nowadays. Hmm. Can't tell if it's in tune. My ear's not sharp. And it's new. And it's kind of a Frankenstein ukulele anyway, so it's gonna have a good time. Some flights. What was the other one? Garden. Okay. Huh. What? I didn't search any of this shit. What? Oh, these are Chinese searches. None of these are my searches. The Garden, Tim O'Brien, Ukulele Tab. Sorry, ukulele was left. Oh, you feel me, yeah, that you go, broken hearted. I can't find the words. Say I love you. The road in half, breaking I do. If I could you and sweet summer loving of day, garden, he's on my I will make you I find so it feels inside. can't play like that. Part instrumental, like picking. Yeah, that's right. No. Sorry, sorry, no, bye. How you doing? To lose heart, leaving, lonely, so hard. I can't. All right, buddy. Sure. Is there a way we can all play online at our own table with our own credit cards? Sorry, just random. Yeah, we're trying to get a poker game together for ever. Everyone wants like 8 people at the table, and I'm like, you have 8 friends? Who are you? Are you a fucking politician? Fucking weirdo. Yeah. Anyway. murder, where's the trace of her? And I long to get the man to place her, and still I can't wings. It's much things. I'm not here. I'm digging with the next part of something I told you. What I've been painted swing things. I'm We should make this quotation mark H A. Oh, damn it. So, DoorDash will remind me when it's perfect, when they need more drivers. I love that. That's the one good thing about, you know, doing the DoorDash is it's any time. And I like the off time. I mean, you could drive like a total maniac if you wanted to. I mean, whatever. One way, who's gonna notice? Okay, buddy. You have water, right? It sounds funny, Al. What's the German national anthem for you? Like, I don't know. We regret our history. It's very proud. I remember whose dad used to shred, like secretly. Was it Mark's dad? Mark Montoya's dad? I remember seeing somebody's dad. Like had like a studio and shit. Can't remember. Trying to piece together crazy shit here a little bit. That's funny. I'm not doing. I'm seriously considering going off grid. Pretty much live outside now, anyway. Kind of want to just take what little things I have and just there. Wait for, you know, maybe a year max. And then just take over someone's giant estate after, the throngs of huddled masses, starving migrants or whatever, or Americans fighting each other, whatever it is, there's gonna be something. Without oil and fertilizer, food goes away. Yeah. And that's like happening. It's not like a theory. You just can't see it real time. That's on purpose. Man, I'll try Go Puff. Why not? I'll try them all. Maybe we can do all three of them at the same time. I mean, would never do that. It's our poker group. We talk about stuff. Yeah. Three-hand, four-handed, not fucking Facebook. So people are getting in the office, people who are late gonna want to eat. Someone who skipped breakfast, ugh, I gotta eat. Lots of graduations last night, and people are gonna be sending stuff, getting stuff for graduations because they're gonna have to leave early to get downtown. There's gonna be a bunch of that. I bet I'll be on the west side by 9:30. At least I got to figure it out with that other. See, I kind of have an idea.